Hello and welcome back to Online PTE. Jasmine again. Today we are going to do another interesting part of your reading test in PTE exam, and that is task 4, reading, gap filling, drag and drop, as it is common in PTE candidates. So what is gap filling, drag and drop in PTE reading test? Actually, in this test you will be given a paragraph with some blanks. Generally there are like 5 blanks, and then you will be given 7 to 8 options, and you need to choose the correct word for each blank to fill in the blank. So the marking criteria for this one, for this drag and drop, is either 1 or 0. If you get it right, it is 1, otherwise it is 0. There is no negative scoring. Okay, so what is really important for this particular task in PTE is, before doing the task, please very quickly skim through the paragraph, because the paragraphs in this part are generally very short, around like 5 to 6 lines, not more than that. Just very quickly, I mean a few seconds, just go through the paragraph to get the idea. And then let's say, for example, let's say, over the past few decades, human, or let's say years, because it's not actually decades, it's kind of years, human mobility has increased on the globe. Now, let's say, for example, this is a sentence with a blank, and we are going to choose the correct word to fill in the blank. The first thing you should know is never leave the sentence in the middle. Always complete from the point that the sentence starts until you can see the full stop. Okay, because when you leave it like in the middle, sometimes your answer may change, and it really happens. Like when we go, for example, to longer passages, you can see that it makes a very big difference. And then the second technique is use your prediction skill. So the first is read the sentence completely, and then prediction skill. So what is prediction skill? Prediction skill means look at the word before and after the blank and try to guess the type of word you need to fill in the blank. For example, if you look at this one, over the past few years, we definitely need a comma here. Human mobility has something on the globe. So this has indicates that we need a verb, present perfect tense. Okay, so we definitely need a verb, but present perfect. Like, for example, has increased, has accelerated. Okay, so it must be the third form of the verb, past participle of the verb. Okay, so this is prediction skill, means look at the words before and after the blank and try to guess the type of the word you need, and you must make sure that your sentences are grammatically correct. Could you please turn to the second page of your worksheet? You know why we call it drag and drop? Because actually with your mouse you drag the word and you just drop it in the blank. And if you make like an incorrect choice, just drag it back to the box given. You don't need to worry. You can always drag it back to the box given. Okay, now let's take a look at this one together. Please pause the video and do this activity, and then I will explain the answers to you. Okay, thank you. Yes, let's check the answers together. So, at the beginning, did you really skim the paragraph? What was it about? Yes, the Olympic Games. Yeah. You may think that the World Cup, like the Olympic Games, only occurs once every 4 years. It is there. What is the answer? Exactly, final rounds that take place. So final rounds, why do we need final? Because rounds is a noun, we need an adjective to explain it. Okay, and that take place is like a 2-part phrasal verb, and it's always take place. We don't need any other words to complete it. That means happen. The meaning is happen, that take place every 4 years, but the competition as a whole is an ongoing. So ongoing is an adjective. What do we need to complete it? Yes, we need a noun. It's an ongoing event because it's about a particular sports like event, so the word for sure is event. Since the qualifying rounds take place over the preceding 3 years. The final phase of the tournament now involves 32 teams competing over a 4-week period. It's like the duration of an event, 4-week period exactly. We call them like compound nouns, like 4-week period, 2-year-old son. They are like compounds. There are like more than 2 words to complete them. In a previously nominated host nation, exactly. So we definitely need a noun to complete nation. It has become the most widely viewed sporting event in the world. So as you can see, the test itself is not really difficult. It's a short paragraph with 5 blanks, and then you will be given 7 to 8 options to complete the blank. But this particular test in PTE, as you know, measures a deeper level of understanding of English language, and that is use and function of the language. Okay, so this reorder, use and function, unlike common reading tests in, like, for example, different English tests in the world which focus on comprehension on top of everything, this particular reading test in PTE measures use and function. And what do we mean by use and function? In fact, use and function is like it's like a smaller than comprehension, tiny part of language, but it makes a big difference in our overall knowledge of the given language. For example, one aspect of use and function is phrasal verb. Okay, so what is a phrasal verb? Phrasal verbs are verbs that have more than one part. Like, for example, take place. To take place. To take place is a phrasal verb, isn't it? It's always followed by place. Okay, or for example, to call off something means to cancel. Okay, some phrasal verbs are formal, some phrasal verbs are informal, or even prepositions. So phrasal verbs can have different functions, like formal function, informal function, but they are like adding color, taste, and beauty to our writing and speaking if used properly. And in particular, if you are going to know phrasal verbs, as you know, you must read a lot, because phrasal verbs are used in context, so you must familiarize yourself with context, and I will tell you how. And then prepositions. So some verbs, let's say for example, deprived of. The children who are deprived of, people who are deprived of. Okay, so to be here means am, is, are, was, were, any form of to be. Okay, so deprived is always followed by of. Okay, so this is the preposition. It can change to people or the children who are deprived of something. We can never replace of with another preposition. Okay, or for example, to be interested in something. Interested is always followed by in. Interested in something. Okay, or to be involved in something again. Okay, so these are prepositions, and they do like make sense and make meaning together. The other aspect of use and function in language is collocation. What is collocation? So phrasal verbs, prepositions, collocation. What is a collocation? Collocation means combination of 2 words or more that go together and make sense and make meaning in a given context. For example, global warming is probably one of the most important collocations we all know these days. So global warming is always global warming. Okay, it's not, I don't know, universal temperature or something. It's always global warming. Collocations are like fixed phrases, and they are used in certain contexts. Okay, so what you need to do in order to internalize phrasal verbs, prepositions, and collocations to maximize your score in reading test of PTE is, again, read a lot. Again, analytical reading. This is really helpful, and this is really important. Analytical reading So in order to get like a better idea of analytical reading, you should know that analytical reading means analyzing a given text for its smaller parts. Analyzing it, it's like beyond comprehension. You must analyze the text to its smaller parts, okay? Maybe it's better for you to download the worksheet of analytical reading from your online portal. One sample text has been done for you just to show you what phrasal verb is and what preposition is and what collocation is in a given text, and you can use that one as a sample to do the same thing in your other activities. You can get from public domains, or you can download the extensive reading worksheets from your online portal and do the same thing, do the same analysis on them. Just know that practice makes perfect, and for this particular part of PTE reading test, you must read a lot, and you must read for details, not for general understanding. It doesn't help. You must read for smaller details, okay? Do not forget to submit your homework on time, and if you have any question, please post them on our Facebook page or on online forum. One of the academic members of Turner English will be there to answer your questions, okay? Thank you. Keep up with your course outline. Thank you. Bye for now.